What's up guys, Super from the Super Saiyan Sam channel here, and today we're not talking about the Switch 2. Instead, there might be a Switch 1 Direct coming soon. Let's read more about it. Collated by a handy Reddit post, the first hint comes via a Chinese forum poster who has previously leaked nearly the entirety of the June Direct from 2024. After translation, the user had effectively stated, "We'll see a Nintendo Switch 1 Direct meeting in 3 days," which at the time of posting lines up with this Wednesday. Next, Family Board's user Ninspider posted in the Nintendo General discussion page to state, "I walked by Furukawa's office this morning and I heard him say Nintendo would die before Switch 2 die. Did anyone know what that means?" I don't know what that means. Now, on its own, this means absolutely bugger all, but another user responded to ask whether he was alluding to Nindai, a shortened version of Nintendo Direct used in Japan. So essentially, Ninspider is saying another Direct will take place before the Switch 2 Direct. This is then followed up by a simple winking emoji from Ninspider to add further fuel to the fire. Finally, after Blue Sky user Stealth posted a statement stating that Nintendo made the right move in avoiding any further Direct presentations before its big Switch 2 showcase. VGC editor Andy Robinson quoted this with a simple thinking emoji. This has prompted several responses from users who believe Robinson may know something about a potential Direct. And then it goes on to say that they're skeptical that Nintendo would drop a Switch 1 Direct right before the Switch 2 showcase. But if it is a partner Direct or Indie World, then it could be possible. It probably is a partner Direct because going by the history of the past Nintendo Directs as of late, they've not been as consistent since 2023 with the partner showcase. That was still a February Direct, but it was a partner showcase, so it was mostly third-party games. And then June of last year was the last Nintendo Direct we had that had major announcements from Nintendo themselves. There was technically a September Direct in September, almost September at least, but that was still a partner showcase and an Indie World, not a full-blown Nintendo Direct. It's been sporadic since of last year, Nintendo's schedule for Nintendo Directs, and now this year, Nintendo didn't even make a Nintendo Direct for February, instead going for April for the Switch 2. And if we take a look at that Reddit post they were talking about on Nintendo Life, you can see these guys are pretty credible for what they're saying. The Chinese Insider, they leaked the last major Direct in June of last year. There's hints of Metroid Prime 4 right here, new 2D Zelda, Dragon Quest 1 through 3 remake. I don't entirely remember what happened last Nintendo Direct because it's been so long, but I think all of these became true at some point. The Ace Attorney investigations and this other thing, I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but it said 10 days ago, and I guess it was 10 days before the Nintendo Direct that they knew it was going to come out. Or actually, okay, so what he was saying was not worry about waiting 10 days long back then, but saying that there will be a Switch Direct in 3 days when he posted that. But a second source is Ninspider, the same user who created the drawing of the Switch 2 dock and tablet back in October, has hinted that the Direct will be coming before the Switch 2 presentation. Now, this drawing isn't much to talk about nowadays, but they knew what it looked like back then in October, so that gives them some credit. And then the walking by Furukawa's office thing, I guess it means that Switch 1 will die first. They'll reveal everything for Switch 1 before Switch 2 is, I guess, what they're trying to say. And then the Andy Robinson thing with the emoji, hinting that it could be the thing that Self40k said could be false. Let's read what the comments say. "While I'd love to see it, I have my doubts because of another Direct next week. If this is true, maybe it's finally time for Robobot. I mean, Switch 1 has to get games announced at some point, right? There's not any upcoming first-party games with a release date, so I'd imagine we hear something about Switch 1 soon. Maybe we also get a Metroid Prime 4 release date." That's a good point, yeah. It would be more exciting if they saved that for the Switch 2 Direct with a Switch 2 version for Metroid Prime 4, but I mean, I wouldn't complain if we knew the release date sooner. There's nothing like gullible people to lap up and spread an untruth they want to believe in. I don't know why this person's saying this. There's pretty credible people saying there's a Direct this week, so I mean, it's true that people like to talk about rumors and stuff, but I wouldn't say it's untruthful yet. I'm guessing it's mostly ports and indies, anything that could tide players over before Switch 2. I'm sure there will be stuff that I'll be excited for, but I've decided to pause any Switch 1 gaming until I get my hands on Switch 2. Facts. I got some new Switch 1 games that I haven't played yet, and honestly I'm just waiting till Switch 2 comes out just to play them while Switch 2 is new, and I have something to play while I'm waiting for the new Switch 2 games. Overall though, I think we should at least expect a Indie World this week. If not that, then a Nintendo Partner Showcase. But now that I think about it, a Partner Showcase would make less sense than a regular Nintendo Direct, because I think Nintendo would want to show the partners at the Switch 2 Direct, the third parties that are coming to Switch 2, instead of a Partner Showcase for Switch 1. So we could very well get a regular Nintendo Direct, as the Chinese leaker previously reported on. I mean, hey, I wouldn't complain. 2 Nintendo Directs in a row, I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. If this is true, then I think Nintendo wants to go all in on new stuff for the Switch 2 Direct. Not showing any Switch 1 games at Switch 2 or any third parties Switch 1 games on Switch 2 Direct. They're going all in on that Switch 2 Direct for Switch 2 games, and this Switch 1 Direct will help make that happen. They could show the Planet Robot port to Switch 1, which is supposed to come out this year, is what I heard. Besides that, I have no idea what else they could show in a Switch 1 Direct. But what do you guys think? Do you think it would be a Partner Showcase, a regular Nintendo Direct, or Indie World, or something else? What games are y'all expecting to be in the Direct? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you later, Saiyans.